Good afternoon. Director of Innovation Center, our expert from Germany, who is the coordinator of this program, the PR everyone that is around. I am completely happy from what I have seen this morning. Happy in the sense that what we have invested is not a waste. Before we came in here, we saw that you have demonstrated another tricycle, electric tricycle, that you have actually produced in that 2 weeks. I also saw the drone that you were able to assemble during that time. Not only that, even before we came in, we saw that you are trying to simulate what is happening in our entrance gate when motor was coming in and out. I was particularly excited at the program that you use in moving the vehicle and all that, and the gate was actually manufactured or produced by you. Yes, that's suggesting that we have hope in this country. And the School of Pure and Applied Sciences. We want to develop you in a way that if you go to anywhere in the whole world, you should be able to compete. So I want to assure you that, one, this group, in my directive, should retain it to see how we can take it further. Also, you can also create additional one to see that all our students in particularly 21, 22 engineering, School of Pure and Applied Science participate in this, and that they should be given certificates. They should be certificated. So that when they get out, they will be able to see what they are doing. So, the director, I want to direct that one. Give us your program on. Do not allow this. Let it be frequent. Maybe per semester basis, or depending on the way you want it, because I am really interested in it. Let us see how we can make it happen. Let us see how we can help this country. We can't be importing everything that we want. Like I've challenged you that one, I want also that tricycle, electric tricycle. You have already done the design, I've seen it. You have already done it the way that even the battery will be supported with a solar power technology in a way that the battery can last for a long time, and that we want to start using it in the polytechnic as a means of transport. Said is that we will now see how to engage what is suggested. That's a collaboration with industry. To see how we can be supported, how can we produce this in commercial quantity. Like the engineer has told me that we need a machine that's around 60 to 70 million naira that can cut metal. Yes, and I'm also directing you. Everything that we have done, let's package it. Let us write to the Executive Secretary of Telephone Architecture to invest in the skill center to see how this can be a center where that can be produced for people to use. So let us package such a proposal. And I also know we have a committee that is working to take all this to the industry. When we do so, then we will be solving one of the Nigerian problems, importing cycle. Tricycle is being imported from India and China, and something is always agitating my mind that why is it that we cannot do tricycle? Why do we need India to produce tricycle for us? These are the issues. So for me, the assignment that is given to me by the federal government, I am ready to devote my energy because I was like you as a student, though I'm not an engineering student, but I know that the future is in the direction of engineering. And that is why I will passionately invest in engineering. Because there is nothing we can do without engineering. Imagine the world of without engineering, there is nothing. So, the School of Engineering and the School of Applied know that we are going to use our energy and prioritize our investment in Nigeria. That's what we have done, what we did. So, I want to thank you. Please, we want you to retain this book. Maybe really when so how do we, the share you are asking for, we have already approved it. The director of work, he has caused it, and I know that he should be able to put that in place because we have prioritized all these kind of things. If you don't prioritize that, we are not helping the president of the country as a polytechnic, and that's why I have said in many forums that one, polytechnic is the way to go. Yes, we can be awarding degree. This polytechnic and awarding degree, but we have the capacity to award degree as Bachelor of Technology, and we have that because that's why we are running a degree of another university. They are using our facility here. Our facilities are being used in terms of physical facilities and human capital facilities. So we have what it takes.
Our boot camp, sponsored by the Polytechnic, assisted by the Polytechnic, and the management of the institution. We thank you, sir, the rector, for helping our students once again, for allowing them to understand their terrain and how they are going to face the future challenges. But this center at the same time is not going to fail the institution because we have a lot of things. Through the interactions and discussions we've had with our consultant, we realize that the sky is the beginning for the institution. We thank all our organs here. We thank the chairman, Polytechnic delegation. We thank the deputy registrar. I want to appreciate my immediate boss for the opportunity you've given me. Yes, we interact as friends. And he said, anyhow you do the interaction, everything goes. We thank you because every time you are not an engineer, you are not a scientist, you are an accountant, but you have that passion for anything that is engineering, anything that is technology, and anything that is going to help the future of the student. As you are helping the students, helping the Polytechnic community, and the community surrounding us, may God continue to help you and lift you high beyond your imagination. Thank you, and God bless you.
The training today has been on drone assembly. The students today, they've gone through the different modes at which drones are being assembled, particularly agricultural zone, which you can actually see behind me. This takes them through the rudiments, the configuration of the motors, how it works, and how it will be flown. So and that is what is to be done today. Now, at this stage, the students are now aware of what an agricultural drone stands for, how to couple it together, and much more, how to fly it, which is the next step. And they've also gone through the rudiments of how to couple it together because it comes in different parts, and how to bring them together in order to be able to use it on farms, which is the next stage now.
So I'm one of the facilitators. We took the student on how to develop an inverter system today, a power inverter system, and then we were able to touch on major components that make up the inverter. One of it, which is the transformer, and then the students were able to understand what it means for transformation of voltage from one source to another, and they are able to learn how to wind and make some calculation about the transformer. So, and that's all that we do today.
One of the highlights of this training, this bootcamp training, is that we're not limiting it for students who are basically who have engineering backgrounds or who are from medical, like the applied sciences.
Okay.
So we are making it more of an open ground for people who are from other departments, both in social sciences and all. So examples like the people from transport management, nutrition and dietetics, and so on and so forth. So because in the tech world we are now, it's not limited to some set of people. So, and one of the things the school did was trying to make the course more of a universal thing, aside from people who are coming from the management department. So, and so far so good, we've had people from nutrition and dietetics who don't really have science backgrounds. They have shown better zeal towards there. So they've been able to do far more better than some who come from engineering backgrounds, who are really from that background. So it's an open.
Regarding my experience, it has been incredible, very, very insightful. It has exposed me to a new level of what robotics is really about. So I've learned about the software aspect and the hardware, how to program some of the devices, how to do the programming and how to put them in practice, like the real hardware parts. So it has been really, really helpful. Regarding what I've learned today, I can put it in practice if I'm being asked to again and again. And I believe before the end of the program, I'll be able to do more and more.
Some ladies do think they can't do what men do.
Yeah.
But this is trying to tell us we all can do everything. We can do things that men do. And yeah, I can go out there and put everything we have learned.
I'm here to facilitate on a particular drone makeup. So what drones are used for, how they are programmed, how they are being applied in wide-scale industries. So drones specifically, they are used in terms of security, in terms of food security, in terms of media. Just in this interview, a drone can be used to facilitate the whole process. Nigeria of today is lacking in food security. It is an area whereby it's really needed for a country to ensure it is sorted.
Secure the farmland.
Yes, exactly. Secure the farmland, apply herbicides,
Okay.
apply fertilizers, not only secure the farmland really, but in a situation whereby you want to observe the plant growth, if there is any sort of deficiencies, because the drones will really move closer to the plant. So while the drones move around, it ensures to notify every aspect that is already declining, so they can be.
So far, so good. It has been interesting, it has been wonderful because it's more like what we wanted because it's going deep into practical. We are enjoying it so far. But today now we did assembling of a drone, agricultural drone. So the capacity of the drone is more like 30 liters. So it's to carry 30 liters over acres of land.
We have different types of drone precisely. We have the drone with 2 propeller, with 3 propellers, with 4, 5 to 8, or to 10. So as this one is standing here, this one is called agricultural drone. It is mainly used for agricultural use. So it is called drone. It has 4 propellers, as we can see here now. The propeller work opposite to each other. Like propeller that they are beside each other, they work in the opposite direction. Like when one is working clockwise, the second is working counterclockwise. But the one that they are diagonal, they work the same way. When this one is working, the one that they are diagonal, when this one is working clockwise, the diagonal one is working clockwise too. So when the second one is working clockwise and counterclockwise, the diagonal one is working counterclockwise too. So the drone can be used mainly on farm. farm work, for spraying, for planting, for many things that can be done on the farm. And this very drone has some sensors that work with it, like the height sensor, the the side sensor, like that, there are some sensors that they are attached to the side, front and back. Like if the person controlling the drone maybe unknowingly he looked another place and the propeller is going and the what's it called, the drone is going, when the drone is about to hit an obstacle, the drone immediately sends signal to the person controlling that there is an obstacle and
what
it can't go
plan
again.
today is about inverter system. So how to transform voltage from one level to another, like how to transform a voltage, let's say from 220 to 15 volts. So I learned what's the actual meaning of magnetic field, the actual meaning of voltage, the actual meaning of number of turns that is required to be made, that is required for a transformer to be made. So I also learned about switching transistor. So it is used to amplify electrical signal or e.g.
Okay, now this is an EV, strictly battery, charged with battery. So of course it has a duration, the lifespan of the battery when it's being used and when it's not being used. So of course with a very fully charged battery, it could last for like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, depending on the usage, depending on the miles being covered. So of course we have other we have plans of having charging stations in strategic locations in the school. So we are trying to like, okay, now from here moving down to the school gates, there should be at least one or two such charging points where whoever is with the tricycle can also charge.
So I've been able to meet the students. I took them through some aspect of embedded system. I even made them realize how differential equations, mathematical expressions, can be transformed from being an equation to an electronic system. That I made them realize that most of these electrons we are seeing today, the bedrock of everything is still mathematics. So I made them realize that. And I discovered that the students are really enjoying themselves. They are really coping, although they can't get the whole thing here because this is just a bedrock. So from there, they have to move on their own and probably try to acquire more knowledge. And I want to thank the organizers of the program because it's a really, really interesting program. At least the students will be able to say, yes, they have achieved one thing or the other, and to be to the glory of the institution, I mean the school. So I'm so happy for coming, and I wish more of this will be coming up. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Lecturer. God bless you. God bless the Polytechnic.